Hello students, in this video we are going to study about electric charges and fields. Yeah? It is seen that when we rub two different objects, they acquire the property of attracting smaller bodies. When two different materials are rubbed against each other, they acquire the property of attracting lighter bodies. And the materials are said to be electrified. And as this is due to rubbing, when we are rubbing it, and as this is due to rubbing, that is by friction, the phenomena is called frictional electricity. Yeah. When bodies are rubbed, transfer of electron. Now question arises, why they start attracting? What happens when the bodies are rubbed? Transfer of electron takes place. The body which gains electron becomes negatively charged, and which loses electron becomes positively charged. We know that like charges they repel and unlike charges they attract. Now, charge on any object is an integral multiple of charge on an electron, which is the smallest possible charge. This is called quantization of charge. What happens when we rub two bodies against each other, transfer electron takes place, and the charge in any object is an integral multiple of electronic charge. That is Q is equal to any. N is integer, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, so on. And charge electron is 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. So this is called quantization of charge. We know that like charges repel and unlike charges attract each other. That means between two charged bodies there is a force acting between them. Now there is a Coulomb's law. If you have got two charges Q1 and Q2, and if they are placed at distance r, Coulomb's law states that two stationary point charges, very important, it is valid for stationary and the charge is due to point charge, states that two stationary point charge attract or repel each other with a force which is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Between two charged bodies there is always a force acting between them. If they are of same nature, negative negative or positive positive, the force is repulsive. And if they are opposite nature, if one charge is positive and the negative, there is a force of attraction between them. This force is proportional to the product of the charges and is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r square Newton. This symbol stands for epsilon 0. And this denotes permittivity of free space. Its value is 8.85 into 10 minus 12 coulomb square per Newton per meter square. The value of this constant 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is 9 to 10 power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. So this is your Coulomb's law. If the charges are kept in any medium, the force acting between them, Fm means force acting when the charges are kept in medium. This is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 k q1 q2 by r square, where k is dielectric constant. It is also called relative permittivity. The important thing is the value of k is equal to 1, almost equal to 1 for air or vacuum, and its value is always greater than 1 for any medium. This means that when charges are kept in any medium, then the force acting between them decreases by a factor k. That is, Fm is equal to force acting in air upon k. Now what is this? This value. This is the force acting on the charges in air. So this is F air, force acting in air upon k. And as the value of k is more than 1, so force always decreases when the charge is kept in any medium. Now, often one question is asked to write Coulomb's law in vector form. So this is Coulomb's law in vector form. F12. F12 means what? Force acting on charge 1 due to charge 2. F12 is equal to 1 upon, just put an arrow here. This denotes the vector sign. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square r12. And now this is unit vector. You can also write F21. This means force acting on second charge due to first. This R21 unit vector. So this is your Coulomb's law in vector form. principle of superposition of charges states that the force acting between any two charge remains unaffected by the presence of other charges, but the net force acting on any one charge is the vector sum of all the forces acting on it. Now there are many charges here. This is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q5 taken, and suppose they all are having the same nature of charge. If F1 is the force acting on Q1 due to Q2, so this value, magnitude of F1 will remain same whether Q3, Q4 are present or not. This will remain unaffected. But the net force acting on charge Q1 will be the vector sum of all the forces acting on it. Suppose this is exerting force F2 this side, this charge Q4 is exerting force F3. Net force on Q1 will be the vector sum of all F1, F2, F3, so on. Net force acting on Q1 will be F1 plus F2 plus F3. It is the vector sum. This is your principle of superposition of charges. Intensity of electric field. Intensity of electric field at any point due to a point charge is the force acting on a unit positive charge placed at that point. Electric field intensity, it is force acting on a unit test charge. It is force upon charge. Unit is Newton per Coulomb. And is a vector quantity. This direction is the direction in which a free isolated positive charge moves. Suppose if I take any charge at Q, positive charge I am taking, and question is find the intensity of electric field at this point. So just place a positive charge, it should free. Now if I am taking positive charge here, it will move away from this side. So this is the direction of intensity of electric field due to this positive charge. If I take any point here, just place plus here, so this will move away from it. So this is the direction of electric field due to positive charge. If I take negative charge here, I want due to this charge, electric field intensity I want at this point. At this point just place a positive charge. Now this will move towards the charge. Direction of electric field is this side, towards. In the case of negative charge, it is towards the charge, and in the case of positive charge, it is away from the charge. It is the direction in which a free positive charge moves. That gives the direction of intensity of electric field at that point. Intensity of electric field due to a point charge. Let a point charge Q be placed at O. This is the O. Here I am placing a point charge Q. And let P be any point at a distance R from it at which the intensity of electric field is to be determined. Due to this point charge Q, we have to find intensity of electric field at P, which is at a distance R from it. If a test charge Q naught is placed at P, now what I am doing, I am placing a test charge Q naught at P, then force acting on it by Coulomb's law is given by F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q naught by R square, that's Newton. Now intensity we have to find out. Intensity is force per unit charge. So you know F, that force per unit charge, this is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. And direction is this side. There is a plus charge here, positive here. So this plus will move this side. So this is direction of intensity of electric field. So this is expression for intensity of electric field due to point charge Q. E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square. So this is expression for intensity of electric field due to point charge Q at a distance R from it. And unit is Newton per Coulomb.